Hi guys, welcome along. We're a little bit later than usual, but um, couldn't be helped. So hopefully we get this out in time. Okay, so I'm just going to preview three races from Goodwood. It's Sussex Stakes Day there, and I have three races from the Galway Festival Day 3, which is Galway Plate Day. I'm going to stick with Goodwood first. First race I'm going to take a look at is the first race. It's a mile and a half handicap. I like one here each way. Hugo Palmer's Irish Legend with Jamie Spencer on board. He was a 3 from 4 before finishing third in a mile one handicap at Royal Ascot. That was a good run as well. And his last run was better than I think his position says. He was an eye catching runner in that race. He's definitely an each way player here. I think Jamie will hold him up and come in the late run, stepping up to a mile and a half. Hugo's horses are starting to hit a bit of form. So for me, Irish Poseidon there, he's about 12 to 1 at the minute each way. He's a cracking player each way. The third race, the next race I'm going to take a look at in the cart, it's the Morecambe. It's a Group 3 over 5 furlongs. We've got 11 runners going to post here. I like Richard Hannon's or more here. I actually fancy this horse in Royal Ascot. He was a winner on debut in Doncaster over the distance. Ryan Moore actually rode him that day, and Ryan Moore's back in the saddle. As I said, he finished 5th in the Windsor Castle at Royal Ascot of 27, but he was drawn to far side, which is near impossible to win. I think in that race he was only beaten less than 3 lengths. It's 6 to 1 here. I think he's definitely worth a shot here. So for a more from me there in the third race, and that brings us to the feature race. It's a Sussex Stake. It's Group 1 over a mile, of course, won by some of the greats down through the years. Frankel, 2-time winner. We got Camphor Cliffs, Rip Van Winkle, some of the great horses, great milers in the last number of years to win this race. Poetic Flair, warm favourite here. The 2,000 guineas winner, 6 to 4. He was a super impressive winner in Royal Ascot in the St. James's Palace Stakes. He's going to take all the beating here. My only concern is the ground. He's only time he had that run in France. Remember before he went to between the two, the Irish and the English guineas, he went to France as well, and that was his only poor run, but that was on soft ground as well. So, but look, the way he won the last day, I think he's definitely the best milers around. The ground is the only concern. I think he'll take all the beating here. One that might run him home, though, not run him home, but run him behind, I think, is Charlie Hill's Tilset, a very lightly raced 4-year-old. He was a course and distance runner. He's only ran 6 times. He's 4. He's won 3 of those. And the last day was very impressive in coming back to form. A very good winner of Group 2 at Ascot. That was over 7. He's back to a mile. So he tilts it there each way. I think he represents a bit of value each way. Those are my 3 selections for Goodwood. That brings us to Galway Plate Day, one of the great summer racing festival days of the year. It's a shame we're not there, but there's 1,000 lucky Patreons there today. So next year we'll be all back there, hopefully, please God. So yeah, as I said, it's Galway Plate there. It's an 8 race card. It's off at 4:35. The features at 6:15. First race I'm going to take a look at is a second race, a listed novice hurdle. I really like these novice listed hurdles. Seen some of the younger superstars coming through, hopefully. Will we have a superstar here? Not too sure, but it's a very competitive 7-runner field. Willie has a favourite in the race. I kind of like Joseph's horse, but the one I'm going to look at here is Denise Foster's Off Your Rocco. It's been said about me a few times, but he was a very impressive winner of a bumper in Downpatrick before winning a maiden hurdle at Killarney. It's 17-runner maiden hurdle, actually. He needs to just get his jumping together a bit, but I think he could be a little bit. I think he could be one here that could if he jumps well. I think he's going to take all the beating here for me. So Off Your Rocco there in the second race. That brings us to the third race in the card. It's a 2-mile 5 maiden hurdle, and Willie's Hesperas gets my vote here. A very impressive winner of a point to point before winning a Tramore bumper by 2 3/4 lengths. It was a big field actually in Tramore that day. I think it was 14 or 15 runners, which is a lot of runners in Tramore. Tramore is very similar to Galway, type bending track, so we'll handle the track. First time over hurdles. Willie Mullins has a super record in this race. He's won it 6 of the last 7 renewals. And I think here with Paul Townend's mount is going to make him 7 from the last 8 renewals here. I think Casper is definitely the one to beat here. And that brings us to the feature race on the card. It's the Galway Plate. As I said, it's one of the races of the summer. It's over 2 miles 6. We've got 22 runners lined up to post. 2 I'm going to take a look at here each way. Willie, of course, is farming this race, but Animix for Willie and Paddy here. He was super impressive of a heavy ground chase over 2 miles one, I think, in Gorn. I remember watching the race back, and Willie was actually talked about him after the race, and he was on about this horse is getting better. That was on heavy ground, I think it was, so he'll handle the conditions. But what I thought there was Willie said that he can't wait to step this horse up. So I don't think he's ran over that distance. I think this is the first time he's been stepped up dramatically, and I think after that, watching that race, and Willie said that, I think so. Maybe they had this race in mind for a while. Paddy, of course, rides as good as any professional rider. He has a super record for Rich Ritchie, who owns this horse. I think he'd love to win this race. He's won the hurdle a few times. I think he's won it twice. So I think to win this race and tick off the 2 feature jump races, that not only professionals come in but amateurs. So for me, Animix each way here 14-1. And then there's one as well that is a little bit of an eye catcher for me. He's carrying a bit of weight though. Battle Over Dying, Denise Foster's runner here with Jack Kennedy. This horse was super impressive in his first couple of starts over fences. He was going to be the new superstar, I thought. He's gone a bit wayward, but I think he touches a bit. He still has a little bit of class for me, and he has course form. He won a beginner's chase here very impressively. As I said, when he was beginning his journey over fences, he was super impressive, and definitely one of the talking horses going to any of the festivals like Cheltenham or any of them that year. So as I said, he won over the course and distance. His beginner's chase, he's by 8 lengths, and I think he still could have a touch of class. So look, for me, those are my 2 each way selections in the race. I like to always have maybe 1 or 2 in those big handicaps, hedge your bets a bit. But those are my selections for today. I'll be back later on this evening to preview the Galway hurdle and day 3 of Goodwood. So guys, remember, hit that like button, hit the share button. Thanks so much for the support, and I will talk to you again very soon. Cheers, guys.